Pat Travers with Is This Love? Just the Bob Marley song, but he's got his twist on it. This is a CVT lesson for Sarah. This is standard tuning. Sarah, this is your first CVT lesson. Everything's notated in the tabs, the techniques that are used in the song. Very cool version, by the way. Really, really like it. It's kind of got me, you got me on a Pat Travers kick right now. It's one of Eddie Van Halen's influences. So anyways, and if you have questions, you know, you can definitely hit me up. So, section 1A, we have a section 1A and a section 1B. Let's jump in. We're going to start, let me just play section 1A. This comes in from 1 second to 8 seconds, and it goes. That's section 1A, so we're going to break that down. Start on 4A, A meaning the A string, and you want to palm mute. So when you palm mute, I haven't heard you play yet, so right across the palm here, you should be feeling the wound strings here. Well, we're just palm muting only the A string. If you're not careful, you can wind up choking it. And just put, just rest it there. You don't have to push hard. But that'll be our 4A, and then no palm muting on 2 and 4 on the next string, the D. And if some of these techniques start to frustrate you, you can eliminate anything that's palm muted, the pick directions. I put the fingering down; those are even optional. But you know, build at it to where it doesn't seem overwhelming. But everything is very detailed in this. The line with the X is your quick rest, and then 2G vibrato. I like to use the thumb up here as an anchor or a brace, and then let the vibrato kind of coming from the wrist there. Now people use they have different ways of doing it. That's probably one of the more common. So then we go 4A or 4D to 4A, and what I would do is use your third finger like a pivot. You'll go, so it's laying flat like a bar, and then I shift up when I need the 4A, and then 2 4D. So then we're going to go middle finger 5A, quick rest. Just take the pick and stick it on the string. That's going to stop it, as well as relieve the pressure. But one or the other, but make sure it's a clean break. And then 5A again, 4D, 7D. So that's a good subgroup, right? You can go. So we have. And then this part's one of the trickier parts. Middle 5G, first finger 4B. You're going to hit those two, slide them a half step sharp. Basically just 1 fret up to 6/5. Make sure you hear 2 notes when you get there. 7D, shift it down to 7GB, so in other words bar. Then back to 5/4 again, slide it to 6/5. 7D, let's do it again. 7D, then bar the 7s on the G and B, and then back once again to 5/4GB, slide to 6/5, and end on the 7D. That one you can split in half if you need to subgroup it. You know, here's what we're looking at as far as real time. It's kind of tricky, and I'm making it probably seem easier than it is, but it's not. The beat, there's a lot of da, 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 da through all of this. And he still kept, you know, some reggae feel to this. Section 1B comes in at 109. It's a variation of what we just did, so start it the same way. But this time, after you go through the 4/4 on the DA and the 2/4 on the D, throw a 4A back into it, so you're adding a note. And I would use that third finger once again like a shift or a pivot. Middle up to 5A, quick rest, and then 2 more hits to 4/7D to 5E. And that's a good subgroup, just those 5 notes. And then it ends with... Now I checked out, well, let me show you this part first. 11, 9, 10, that's D, G, B. With your index, bar it. You're going to see why in a second. But hit those 3 2 times. Then just lift off and go 9, 9, 9. So really you can bar from the D string all the way down, and you're setting yourself up for the next part. So 1, 2, lift, back down, and then lift off again. And you can hear the 9th fret off the high E in there too. It's part of the chord, so don't overanalyze it. If you hit it, cool. If you don't, cool. Because I can almost guarantee you Travers wasn't analyzing. He knew what he could, his parameters within the chord that he could play. So I was gonna say, okay, that ends section 1B. I did check the song out live. You can find a few versions. They tuned down a half step, but I watched it because I wanted to catch fret hand placement, which I like to do all the time to make sure we're playing it in the same frets. So, but he does tune down a half step live, so I used the link you sent me, and I also wrote the name of the uploader of that link so you can play off of that. It's a studio version, so. Okay, we move on into section 2. This is 17 seconds to 21 seconds, and it's just a short part. It's just like the beginning on the first 3 notes. And then this is where the verse kicks in. So we have, and then 5A, and then 5, 7, 7, A, D, G. So we have, okay, and then back to these chords up here that we did earlier. Okay. Section 1B 5 times. Okay, that's the. Alright, so that's going to go 5 times. Section 3, this is a new part. And you don't come in on the downbeat, so the guitar, you got keyboards in this song. It's not, I wish it was a little louder here, but what he's playing, and it's different than how he does it live because I was watching his hands. It's a C sharp minor 7. Live he's playing it here. In the studio it's up here because you can hear this high C sharp note, and we can't get that high C sharp if we play it here. So, bar everything on the 9th fret, and then 3rd finger 11A. If you're not used to bar chords, like I said, this is a C sharp minor 7 bar chord. Check them individually. Okay, you're going to come in with the up, and then go up, down, up, down, up. So it'll go, right? Go to page 2, it's a continuation of that. And then you'll go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's all written for you. So. And then a quick rest into this, if you listen close. See? Oops. You're going to bar 7 on the G and B, go down, up on 5B to 7G down. So it's, and then bar 5th fret on the last 2, and you can still hear the 7G ringing. You'll see a hold marker in your tabs. So then 6, 7G, and you'll go up, down. You don't have to, you can change these pick directions. And then up on the 5th fret, E and B, but we still have the hold, so you can hear the 7G. And you do that again. Then back to the C sharp minor 7, and this time it's going to be 8 upstrokes. And in reggae, or I like to say raga, there's a lot of upstrokes. So you'll have like the, which is going to be in there as well. I didn't hear fret hand muting on this part, so you'll go up, quick rest 8 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take that whole chord, move it back 2 frets to 7, 9, and this is a B minor 7, 7, 9, 7, 7, 7, 7. You go 5 times up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and drop your pinky to the 10th fret on the high E. It's still the same chord, but you're going to strum it, let it ring, and then slide it. And then at 106 we got this. Wait. Some whammy bar vibrato. I don't know if you even have a whammy on your guitar, but you can do it manually as well with your fingers. 10th fret on the B, 3rd finger, back it with 2 fingers. Here's why. We're going to bend it a whole step, which means 2 frets. So you're bending an A note to a B note. It should sound like fret 12 when we get there. They will help you strengthen to get that whole step bend. I still have my thumb here. Okay, stop the note, don't release it. Go up to 1st finger 14B and pick whammy bar vibrato. If you don't have a whammy, just 15B, 17B, so it's 21 on the high E. Once again, I'd go 3rd finger, back it with a couple. That's the only purpose these are going to serve. This time it's a half step bend. So you're bending to that note. Not as tough, but it is cramped up here. And then 20, and stop that, don't release it. You don't want to go bend, touch it with the pick, come back down, pick, whammy vibrato. So, alright, then it kicks back into the verse, section 4. This is at 114. The guitar's softly following this reggae bass rhythm that's going on. It's really cool. It goes, you're going to palm mute most of this. So 4A and 6D. You can set them both down. Palm mute, the A string only. Go once, twice, once to the 6D. No palm mute on that. Right? And then 6-4. The reverse of that, palm muting the A string, and then 2 palm mutes off the 4A. So we have, that's the first part.